With EA officially canceling NBA Live and EA finally announcing the return for next-gen consoles, one would think it's a fresh start and the best chance at an even playing field for video game basketball. For that is the reason I'm making this video right now. Now, we've seen this before. We definitely seen this before in 2013, 2014, when EA made its first attempt at a comeback with NBA Live 14. For those that don't know, and unfortunately, that's when NBA 2K14 had, or should I say unfortunately for EA, that's when NBA 2K14 had come out with the graphics that basically at that time set the tone for next gen, including RPG and FPS video games. It was crazy. The graphics was unbelievable. Now the problem with NBA Live 14, when the game did come out, it did not put out the product using next gen graphics. Honestly, and even though the game was put out on next gen, it had graphics like PS4 and Xbox and Xbox 360. That's a fact. Like the graphics was just horrible, right? Now you might argue that, right? And then you look, and then I want you guys to look, and y'all know that it wasn't until they scrapped NBA Live 17, right? And then they came out with NBA Live 18 that we saw EA actually showcase next gen graphics. By then it was like damn near too late, you know what I'm saying? Because a couple years later, what's going on now? 2 cycles later, they canceled the game. NBA Live 19, NBA Live 20 is where we at right now, and basically it's canceled, right? Right. So EA actually showcased them graphics, you know what I'm saying? Showed that it could look fire, some fuego, some caliente. The only thing that was messed up was the gameplay. The gameplay mechanics needed drastic improvement, and the rest is history. They did their best though. That's one thing that they did, and I cannot lie. I'll be lying if I said they didn't do their best, because they did their best with the resources that they have. But it just wasn't enough, because NBA 2K just put out their product and they were just too far ahead of the game by then. Like if you look at these graphics should have came out in 14. I think if these graphics came out in NBA Live 14, there would be a different narrative. I think there'll be more people playing NBA Live, and I don't think that people would actually have canceled the game by NBA Live 20. I think they would have had more time to actually perfect the gameplay to the level that they could perfect it on. Because if you look at 2K's gameplay now, it's very limited. A lot of people are disappointed with the game. You know what I'm saying? If you even look at their My Player, it's everybody's doing the same dribble moves. Everybody's looking like clones out there because they're very limited. Right? So I want y'all guys to just think about that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if NBA Live comes out on time, expect the release date. I know I expect the release date to be sometime in November 2020. Because this is the time that the PS5 is expected to release. See, if you look at the PS5, it's going to release in 2020 of November. Ironically, it's funny because back in 2013, 2014, that's when the next gen console, PlayStation 4, was released. Now, my advice to EA is to maximize the graphics out the gate. Do not play any games. Don't give these graphics on the next gen console. Don't do it. You know 2K is coming with that heat. You know how they get down. And you know, even though 2K20 is one of the worst launches ever, worst games 2K ever produced, people get amnesia quick. They act like they bumped their head. They're going to forget all about this 2K20 debacle. And they're going to be so excited because everything's new. It's the next gen console. Yada, 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 yada. So my advice is to maximize them graphics out the gate. Do not play with it. Do not do what you did with NBA Live 14, giving last gen graphics on next gen consoles, especially with NBA 2K out there. Don't even play with it. Don't take no chances. Do your resources, whatever you have to do now. The prototype is out. I wish you guys good luck. NBA Live community, hold your heads. This most likely is a good thing. Let's say nothing negative right now. But unfortunately, the game was canceled. Sorry for that. I'm Ellis57. Gotta feed these streets. See you next video, man. Peace.